lunch.
Gentlemen, welcome to Dogpatch. My name is Jimmy Ludwig.
My name is Mark Aldrich.
And we are the Happy Hour guys. So we are at Smokestack at Magnolia Brewing. Magnolia Brewing started in the Haight-Ashbury district here in San Francisco in 1997, and then
Smokestack, which opened for business May of last year. It looks like they are weaving their magic once again, becoming part of the neighborhood, part of the community.
drink some beer, we're going to taste some seared meat, and we're going to talk to some really cool folks, so join us. It's really special when you get to a restaurant and you get to walk through the meat menu. Daniel, what do we got going on today?
Today's our Taco Tuesday special. We got blue corn tortillas from La Palma, made this morning in the Mission. Beer braised brisket with our full porter beer, one of our house beers, or chopped pork, a North Carolina style. BarBQue brisket. Oh God. It's Texas style. It has two muscles, the point and the flat. It's beautiful smoked meat. We use oak and almond wood on everything. Wow. Sausages, pastrami, chopped pork, smoked duck today. Mac and cheese.
We may never leave.
For those of you who follow the show a lot, you know that we use words like roasty and toasty and food pairing. We use them with abandon. But as far as roasty and toasty, what makes them important and how do they happen? Aha! It's time to get into the science.
You put a lot of thought into how the beer and the food comes together in this menu, haven't you? Because we really noticed that as we were tasting it.
Yeah, you know, it's honestly, it's not rocket science. It's just, I mean, I wish it was. I wish there was some magic secret, but you know, I think that we tend to specialize in a lot of English-influenced bitters and milds and a lot of maltier beers, a lot of malt-forward beers, right? I mean, we do have a big IPA that we sell a ton of, but even that has Maris Otter as a base malt, which is a fairly malty, fairly full-flavored, robust malt. And the beauty of it is that those kinds of malts undergo the same kinds of browning reactions, Maillard reactions, that so much of food, especially meat, goes through in the smoker, roasting. When you slow cook something, you're basically...
All right, hold on a minute. Dave just said some magic words, some words that are very important to the food and the beer industry. The Maillard reaction. What's the Maillard reaction? Let's go to Wikipedia. Now, we don't want to get lost in the chemistry here, but basically the Maillard reaction is what happens when you turn the heat up on certain foods, and you get a reaction because of the heat between amino acids and sugars. Browning. The Maillard reaction is what makes this into this, and what makes this into this. So meat and beer are brethren, because one of the first things you do in the beer making process is grind up that roasted malt, the grains that you use to start the beer making process. And those grains are roasted to a varying degree depending on how dark the beer is going to be. Stouts, those grains are really roasted. Lighter beers, not so much. So the Maillard reaction, very important to beer.
Yeah.
Food science is awesome.
So it's the same. You just like connect all the connect the dots, and it's like a lot of what goes on in a lot of our beers just goes really well with roasted, you know, slow cooked meat.
And you just said it's not rocket science, but that was very sophisticated what you just said. I guarantee you that the average diner doesn't come in and process all of that. So,
it would be weird if the average person came in thinking about Maillard reactions and you know, food chemistry, but it is a hook that works. You know, they dovetail together really nicely.
Yeah. Is there a go-to item on the menu that you find yourself going back to more frequently than the others, or do you share the love?
I try to share the love. I think. I mean, I'm a big fan of our brisket. You know, really.
So are we now, actually.
The brisket embodies a lot of what we're talking about, where it's like it's cooked a little longer than everything else, but it's really at a low, slow temperature. So it's really slowly converting into this bark or crust on the outside, and that little smoke ring, and you know, all that stuff. Just those are great flavor hooks, and you pint of beer with it. As an American craft brewer, you know, we have. I think a lot of us have that kind of kid in the candy store. You want to make everything. You want it all. You want to like explore. You know, and coming from that homebrewing background, where it's like 1 week you're making this, next week you're making that. It's hard to shake that underlying foundation of just, you know, liking to brew everything and seeing what. But even, you know, that being said, everybody's kind of got their favorite things, and I think even from the very beginning, I kind of fell in love with English-style beers.
Cool.
Cask-conditioned beers, bitters, milds.
We can definitely say that in this day and age, the phrase made for each other is overused. But at Magnolia, and at Smokestack in particular, the food and the beer really, really are made for each other. Y'all should get your touring caps on and head out to San Francisco. And with the addition of the new brewing facilities that they have at Smokestack, Magnolia will now begin to package. So you're going to start seeing their beers in stores, in retail stores all around California. So keep your eyes open for that. These are some tremendous, tremendous brews.
Tell us about your baby.
It's a craft work system. Used to be affiliated with Newlands up in Canada.
Okay.
Broke off and opened a factory in Detroit. So this is
This is manufactured in Detroit?
This is manufactured in Detroit. This is the first system that they've sold on the West Coast.
Is there a moment in the process where you're like just really happy? Is it making a great beer well?
You're having that moment right now. You know, that's the moment, is when you taste what you've done. It's the perfect blend. I mean, we're all scientists to some level, and we're all artists to some level.
So it's an intersection of art and science that I think is incredible.
So we're 2 to 3 weeks out in front of ourselves. So obviously the science of note taking and writing down every action that you do, because if you want to repeat that, you've got to be able to do it the same way next time.
We're sort of we're doing what we did there, we're trying to do it down here too, which is weave ourselves into the fabric of a different community and become part of a different neighborhood. And so this is a neighborhood that's changing a lot of new residents moving in, and we're trying to be here for them and make this their community pub, just like we try to do up there.
Well, we know you have things to do. We don't want to keep you, but we do want to say thank you so much for having us here.
Appreciate it.
We love what you're doing. There are big things around the corner for you, we have no doubt, and so you should be looking out for them. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on you and drop in whenever we can.
Awesome. Thanks for coming by.
30 barrel?
That is a 30 barrel.
30 barrel brew house.
Yep.
I might have known that, but that was kind of impressive if I didn't. Anyway, tell us about it.